Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources, a Soviet Republic. We are progressing, I always say that. I always seem to say that. And we are progressing, it really is the case. We are hanging over here in our steel mill production area, and I've got some interesting news. Let me pop out of there. I've actually, now that all of these roads are built, I actually don't know how they ended up building this this platform over here. But now that it's all built, we can clearly see that all of the outskirt areas are being reached. This processing plant over there, so that's the coal processing plant. The furthest away iron processing plant has also been is also connected. The heating facility is connected at 306 meters. I think that's about our furthest away. And then also our mechanical components industry is connected. So the placement of our train platform here is really good. So I'm very happy to see that. As per usual, there's been some awesome comments for me to think about during this episode. Some of them include, why are we not using town halls in our cities or our towns so that we can have better information? It's something that I absolutely want to do. I've been meaning to do it. I just keep forgetting. So I made a note of it, and we're going to plan out those buildings right now. The customs mod, I've reinstalled that improved customs facility mod. So I believe now, if we move over here, over to the checkpoint, I believe now all of the vehicles are maneuvering at the same time again. Yes, absolutely. So that is making things flow much smoother through customs over here. That's very good. There's been a comment saying, why are we exporting steel? We should be exporting mechanical components, and I absolutely agree. Again, one of those little things that is just kind of popped out the door while I'm actually waiting for all of this to be built. We actually need workers to come back over here. At the moment, our mechanical components are being dropped off on this side. So let's firstly quickly fix that one. So this is Irinsky mechanical workers, and we're going to that bus station. So instead, I would rather bring back over here for the time being, and we'll go and unload only workers, and then we will go ahead and clear out that one, and we'll go ahead. So now the workers line is no longer going to be dropping workers off here at the iron facility, or the steel mill iron facility at the steel mill, and then this one is the workers is going to be the mechanical components workers. So there are two different lines. They are going to be dropped off over here at the mechanical components place, mechanical component factory. So let's quickly put up open this thing back up for business so that we can start creating this again. And once we get a decent number over here, we'll start exporting those instead. I think that's very much the way we want to do it. Some other comments was saying that we should probably just use this very same line that we have over here by the line that is currently bringing workers to the food processing facilities and the distillery. We should just add an additional stop over on the other side over here. This bus stop that'll be with the meat processing facilities on this side. So I think that's going to be very good. We will definitely do that. There's also been all kinds of questions as to why we haven't graveled all of these roads yet, and many others, and including build more kindergartens, and we will definitely do that. So there's a lot happening. Of course, there's a lot happening. Let me, while things are currently just running over here, let's talk a little bit about what's going to happen in this episode and in the future of this series. I've had a very awesome constructive feedback comment about talking about the way I speak about things, saying here and there and all these kind of things, instead of describing what I'm doing and things like that. And I'm going to really try and change up, speak a little bit slower, trying to explain what I'm meaning every step of the way, why I'm doing certain things a little bit better. So bear with me as I try and transition a little bit of that. Okay, and so what are the things that we need to do? I want to really go into our clothing production and in our chemicals and clothing. The reason I'm saying chemicals is because chemicals we can do with only oil. We don't need to actually refine the oil. Okay, and then that can go into plastics. We can do chemicals into plastics. Also oil, I believe, yeah. Consumption is... So then we can go into plastics. Not that I think plastics is an important one for us just yet. Then we can move on into the various industries, which I believe is clothing industry. So from chemicals, we can then go and create a fabric factory and then a clothing factory. And I think this is the production chain that I'm very interested in. So I want to set up chemicals somewhere, and then we need to get into the fabric factory and clothing factory pieces of the puzzle. So we need to kind of understand how we're going to do that. But in also, and another piece is this food thing. We're back to importing food because I've foolishly exported a lot of our food, and that should have lasted us through the winter. I'm still struggling to come to terms with the fact that actually crop production stops during the winter, and then the next knock-on effect is that food production stops during the winter. And so you really shouldn't be exporting your surplus food unless it's a surplus that maintains throughout winter. And so that's definitely something that we will do. So I think I've removed the export of food over here, right? CP Dandelion, unload food. This is the food and alcohol station. We're only doing that. So let's just drop off the food. We're not gonna export any more food. Definitely not gonna export any more food. Okay, but what we also need to do is we need to potentially expand our farming and our crop production. And maybe down here we can do another whole stretch of these things. I think that's not these things, of these agri farms and fields. So that we can produce even more crops. I think that's going to be important for the future. Okay, so a few things that I want us to get straight into before we go and plan out some of the things we just talked about. Let's talk about graveling or asphalting these roads over here. So this road around the back here, I'm going to go ahead and at least start a large section of asphalt up to there, so we can start working on that. Then I can also see about doing some other sections potentially if we link something through here. So I'm going to go ahead and maybe create a link that's going to come out, a link that's going to just maybe come out of there, and then we'll tie that one in. Well, let's try and at least get it a little straighter like this, right? So if we do that, now it means we can actually go ahead and start building, upgrading to asphalt some of these road sections, and we can still get to these various facilities as we need to. It's just a bit of a roundabout way of getting there, a little bit convoluted way of getting there. Let's quickly see if we've got the various things assigned. We do not, so let's get asphalt and gravel, MV workers and MV equipment over there. I believe that should be just fine. We'll get that going. And let's just double check we're doing the same thing with this one up here. MV equipment and construction workers, and we need asphalt and gravel assigned to it also. Okay, there we go. So those two should be built. Let's see what's going on with our construction process over here. We are missing, we only got workers here. Oh, no, we don't. We have got some other things here as well. We're missing steel, so let's grab the steel piece. That should hopefully deliver us some more steel over here. This has not been assigned. Oh, it's not. Let's continue the construction of that. MV equipment, MV construction workers, Arinsky construction workers, and Arinsky industrial construction. That's fine, but what we'll also do is we will grab some of these, and we'll probably also need some of those. What is that? That's concrete. Okay, asphalt, gravel, and concrete. Oh, actually, don't do that. Don't do that. Yeah, perfect. So we're taking the bricks, prefabs, boards, and steel to come in here, and we're also getting the asphalt, gravel, and concrete construction office to bring resources over here. We are making a lot of money with the export of steel, and so that number will go up quite substantially if we start exporting the mechanical components. We've got everything we need over here. Potentially we can also grab, okay, they've got everything they need, but we could maybe include bricks, prefabs, boards, and steel from MV in there, so they can bring steel a little bit quicker, because we are missing a fair bit of steel over here. This one, again, similar thing. So I'm just going to get the bricks and just an extra source of steel, basically, is the intention here. An extra source of steel. We have all of these assigned, so they should be fine. That one should be fine. The bus stop should be fine. Okay, perfect. There we go. Let's quickly go back to the steel mill over here and see if we are in fact now producing mechanical components again. Yes, at quite a good rate over here. I am quite happy to see that happening. Our steel is still looking good. We're still exporting steel, and we will stop exporting steel. I think, where are we exporting steel from? Just want to keep an eye. Don't think, whoa, what's happening? I don't think this is where we're doing that, right? It's not from this distribution office. Which distribution office is this? Morgan Valley Small? No, it has to be Industrial Medium Distribution Office. This one. Here it is. Absolutely. So there we've got all of those vehicles there. So let me put it up to 90, and so they only export when it's up to 90. So that means we will maintain a fair buffer over here, and we'll be trying to transform as much as possible of that into mechanical components. And then what I'm thinking is we probably need to buy a couple of covered hull vehicles, and I'm wondering whether I have covered hull vehicles sitting around somewhere. I don't know, maybe not. I'm probably using them wherever they are. So let's get a few covered hulls. I again want something that's going to drive fairly quickly, and going to say, yeah, so these LZ100s, I'm going to grab, let's do 4 of them. It's going to be okay. We've got the money. I'm going to move them up to the distribution office that we are doing the exports from, which I can't seem to identify which one it is actually. Is it this one? Oh, it is this one. Yeah, there it is. It's that one. So let's move these guys over here. Our new covered hull vehicles. We'll move them to this distribution office, the Irinsky Industrial Medium Distribution Office. Probably need to rename some of these things a little bit better. Okay, and as soon as they basically arrive, we can start the export of mechanical components. Excellent. That's going to be very good. We're going to try and keep this one at 90, so that we're actually moving more of this stuff into here. Ah, look at that. That number is looking pretty good. I can probably up these workers a little bit to say 50. I don't want us to overdo it too much and then run out of steel again. Okay, let's quickly see where and what is happening with our rail vehicles. Excellent. We've managed to reach this end over here. I think we're just needing the power or the catenaries or something like that. Yeah, there's still a few catenaries that needs to be built. On this side, we've managed to clear through here. This is still under construction, almost done. Needs a few bits and pieces for us to finish off these sections, and then hopefully they will transition into those. This is also underway, so we're slowly getting everything kind of sorted out over here. You are effectively going to pick up some fuel now. That's what's happening. Getting some more vehicles arriving here. Okay, that's good. So now what we'll do is we will also export mechanical components, but we will come and pick up mechanical components over here. And if we have mechanical components that is beyond, say, 50%, I think that's the right number. If we're over 50% of this, so that'll be like how much is that? 160, just over 160 tons of mechanical components. Then we'll start exporting mechanical components. So that's awesome. That's very good. Okay. One of the things that I needed to do over here was demolish a little section of walkway. Again, unfortunate that we have to do stuff like that. So hopefully that's sufficient. And then we will run. I believe this is going to be fine. Yeah, that's good. So we'll run that in there. That little gravel road or mud road into the train station over there, just so that the fire trucks can get there. And then what we'll do is we will link up the pathways again that we've just demolished over here. So there we go, and I'll have to go ahead and build that again. So hopefully that will be built fairly quickly, but this is not in use yet, so it's not going to be too much of a problem. Okay. Now, the big next problem that we need to deal with is crops. And potentially, buildings without power. These are, okay. You see workers here, but we don't see anybody actually hanging out over here straight away. So it seems to be okay. And now let's go to the modded ones and just get another kindergarten. All of these are complaining about kindergartens. Well, like 9 spots. It's really nothing. And we're not using close to all of our workers at the moment. Ooh, why is our death so high? In the middle of June? Feels weird. Okay, well, let's continue with what we were doing. Let's get a kindergarten in place. Something that's large. I'll build one of these large modded ones. Maybe that one instead. Yeah, I do like these ones. Let's build that one. It's got a road connection. We've got a kindergarten back there, I believe. Got all on this side. Let's build one over here. I think this is a good spot for it. I think this is a good spot for it, right over here. Okay, let me zoom in so that we can see about placing that properly. I want to maintain a little bit of a walkway between the edges over here. So if we do something like this. There we go. So let's start work on the kindergarten over there, so that there's at least another big modded kindergarten making its way into construction over here. There's still plenty of room here for people to come and live. Now let's quickly have a look at the health issues that we're dealing with. Health seems to be okay, up to 90% over here. I know these guys were struggling with actually walking here, walking to these outskirt houses over here. We're struggling to walk to the hospital. And it is in fact still the case. They are still struggling to walk to the hospital. But I did add more ambulances to the hospital, so hopefully we're getting more people out there. I want to go and check Morgan Valley's health issues. Still a bit of an issue up here. Down here in this area, it's much better, like it's been for a while actually. Let's double check our pollution ever so quickly, and you know what, I forgot. So pollution is back up and running over there. So probably been a bit of an issue. Let's don't forget about the cheat menu thing. And the reason I do that is to get the bus line spacing instead of them bunching up together. I'm not really planning on cheating. So yeah, we still have a lot of issues with these guys over here. So I'm contemplating just getting rid of these altogether. So the last time we checked, there wasn't a pollution problem over here, but pollution seems to be back and the case up here. So I'm thinking I'm going to get rid of those. Maybe I'll replace it with a couple just over here, just outside of the pollution, or just on the edge over there maybe. Or maybe we just don't need them altogether. Okay, so let's quickly open up these 3, and I'll just move these guys over to Ironsky over here. I believe that should be the case. So let's move them over. Let's demolish that one. Thank you. Get rid of that. We'll move these guys over, and we'll get rid of that one, and we'll move these guys over. And we'll get rid of that one too. There we go. So now, hopefully our biggest areas which are struggling with pollution should no longer be struggling that much. So we'll see about how we repurpose that area over there. But I think that's going to be just fine. Morgan Valley should have a better time now. Look, our births and deaths. Okay, there we go. There we go. But it is, I don't know, it keeps I'm worried about it. I remain worried about it. Okay. In the last episode, I also asked the question about education, and so children is represented in this number. And so the fact that we've got like almost 4,000 children, this split over here, the babies and children, the infants, babies and children over here, is represented in that number. So that number is really not scary at all. It's not scary at all. To be honest, most of our productive adults are graduated, university educated. And a large component of our children is, I believe, basic educated. I think that's how I'm reading it at this point in time. How is this going? That's looking pretty good. Have we finished that section? Oh, I like it. We finished that section. So the next one I'm going to do is I'm going to start running right in there. Let's make sure to upgrade all of these sections one by one with as little disruption to our crop industry as we possibly can. I think those 3 altogether should be fine. Let's get those construction offices working over there. Okay, now my understanding is that we can yield a lot, like, I don't know, we can yield like 60 tons per day from each one of these, or something like that. 60 tons, I don't know, something like, it was a big number, something like almost 3,000 tons of crops we can yield from these fields. And the question is really, are we getting them out quick enough? And so what I'm thinking we should do is build a bit of a micromanagement thing, actually. So let's build another, what do they call it? It is called a road vehicle depot. So let's build a road vehicle depot right over here, where we can then go ahead and park some additional vehicles for the agro farm. I know this is kind of a trick that everybody says. So you get a full 12 sowing vehicles and a full 12 harvesters, and as soon as the sowing is done, you just swap them around over here, something like that. That's my understanding of what people are telling me about this. Okay, we're missing crops, we're building all of this, we're still missing crops. This is done. The bus station is still not done, we're still waiting on some stuff. Steel, most predominantly steel. All of this is over here running, it has power. So that's good. This is livestock being produced into a livestock range, and then this is the slaughterhouse, where we will be producing meat, and then meat can be picked up over here as required. But we will be needing more stuff. So one of the things that I've figured out is that there is a little bit of oil across the river over here. Not a large component, but maybe good enough for us to do a fair bit of chemical production over here. So that's something that I'm quite interested in, and if we can continue our crops alongside the river over here, that would be awesome. I'm going to quickly open up just this view just to see if there's anything else alongside the river here that we need to be mindful of. We've got oil. Do we have oil over here? Hang on. Seems to have oil right over here. Let's have a look. Here, oh my goodness! We're going to do that. We're not going to go across the river. We're going to produce oil right over here for chemical production. Oh man, that is awesome. That is awesome. This is going to be perfect because we don't need a lot of oil for chemical production. We can do like 4 or 5 chemical plants over here with just one of these. So that's going to be awesome. I'm quite keen on building that then. But what we need to do is understand what is the power consumption over here. Max wattage is like a 114 kilowatts. Really? That seems so... Is that per hour? Oh, no, there's the per day. So 6.9. So I need to just bear in mind that this specific power cable is not going to deal with that. So I'll need to bring in another one into this area over here and then plan out our chemical production stuff. Okay, but that's secondary. That's secondary. So chemical production, we will provide a nice big area over here for chemical production. Let's see about getting some more farm pieces up and running. So I'm thinking another agri farm. What is it called? Agro farm. Another agro farm over here with its fields into this area, up to about this hill over there. That's kind of the idea that I have. And I'm contemplating keeping this area open for maybe some sort of port facility or anything like that. If we do a port in here, we can actually export through there. I believe that is fine. That they should be able to get out there and we can export from this area. So potentially we should actually assign this area as a bit of a port facility with the ability for our rail lines to run in here somehow. But we'll probably have to come back around the outside and go in here. So those are some of the things that we need to contemplate over here, and we'll just use distribution offices to make sure things are moved from the one to the other. Okay, so let's get MV equipment, MV construction, all the bricks and prefabs and things. There we go. All of our construction offices with their respective functions to work on that supply there. I mean this depot, road vehicle depot. This construction is underway nicely. That's okay. That's fine. Okay, let's close this one down and start. This one, close that one down. Okay, so if I leave this area and we start looking towards, let's get the wireframe on. We show the wireframe, yeah, okay. So potentially this area is not going to be sufficient. We'll leave this area for any port kind of facilities, and potentially have the rail run through here into our chemical area. That should work, and then we can actually pick up chemicals over here, because it'll need a big one. You need so many chemical plants. We'll see about, we could get local gravel over here too for the chemicals, and we can get local wood, so that should be fine. Let's think about that a little bit. Okay, let's I'm going to run our road and see about planning out things a little bit. So if we earmark this area over here for chemical production, that's going to be fine, and then we'll, yeah, so let's leave that area for chemical production. This is kind of the large block area for chemical production, and then we'll start running roads. I want to, yeah, run the roads so that we kind of go around all of these hills that we are seeing over here. So I'm going to do maybe something like that, just a road into that direction. This one I think we'll just run out straight over here. Okay, ultimately, before we want to start using it, we will look into making them gravel and all these kind of things. And what I'll also do is I'll just connect this one over here somewhere. So we'll do that, and then we'll just tie it in a little bit, like so. Yeah, I like that idea. So there we go. So now we've got a little bit of a road connection from the one to the other. And let's see about bringing this one back up. Pretty straight through there, and that'll kind of be the other side of town. It'll go into the other side of town. I like it. I like it. We can see about getting maybe some citizenry to live over here if we need to, and that's going to be okay. All of these things are being built, but this one for some reason is not actually getting what it needs to get, and I do wonder why that is. Are we missing out on anything? What is it missing? It's missing workers and it's missing steel, but it's very little, and we've got workers and steel assigned to it. Arinsky Industrial Construction. Yeah, it should be fine. It should be fine. Missing some stuff over here too. Okay. Now, if this is our area, and we want to maybe do another agro farm somewhere over here, and then we'll do some fields. So let's get fields, and we'll see how we place that out. We're going to need way more of this. Ah, luckily we can actually squeeze at least a couple in here. So let's see about doing a little something like this. And then I want to run it alongside this road here. I want to put the agro farm pretty central, actually, pretty central. So let's turn these around, these large fields around, and we'll make a nice big square over here. We'll give a little bit of room between them so that we won't have too much problems with our roads in there. I see there's another hill creeping up on us over here. So if there's not a lot of room for agro farms on that side. Well, maybe we can actually squeeze it into this area right over here. I think that could be workable if we place it right over there instead. Then what we can do is we can squeeze in some more of these fields through here. Can we can in fact get it up to, not up to there, but we can get maybe started off over here somewhere. So we've got 6. Okay, something like that feels reasonable to me, and then what we'll do is we'll just extend over here a little bit. So that's our next 12 that's gonna be running in here. Is that about right? Yeah, I think that's gonna be just fine. So how much is this? This is 8, 10, 12. This is 12. This is our 12 right over here, and I'll just put the agro farm in here. We won't construct it straight away, but we'll get there. So I'm gonna okay, what we need to do is we'll need to just grab a road that actually runs in here. So let's Let's connect our road nice and in the middle there. Something like that. That should be quite workable. We might get the agro farm in the middle here. Something like that, and we'll tie in that connection there. We do this. Tie that in there, that road into the other main road over there, and we connect them up. That's working quite nicely. So what I'm quite keen on doing is maybe just moving this little road into that like a service road kind of area. Look at that. So we're kind of providing this area with a little bit more. We can actually squeeze this road to connect it onto there, onto that piece of road there. Okay, so that's, maybe we can squeeze our agro farm in there. Let's see if we can do that, plus all the facilities that we need. There's a fair bit of room. Maybe it's on this side actually. Okay, now let's grab that, the agro farm. Yeah, so if we do the agro farm right over there, we should be able to... Ooh. Alternatively, right over here. Okay, let's do that. I'm going to pause it. I don't want this to be constructed. Then from the agro farm, what was the next thing we needed to do? We needed to go into silos. No, we don't need to go into silos from the agro farm. What we need to do is we need to build a road cargo station with silos all around. That's what we need to do. So the agro farm over there, actually then I don't want the agro farm over there. Then let's delete the agro farm. Okay, and we will delete that little road section right there. And then what I'll do is I'll do the silos, the grain storage silos over here. Let's get the road cargo station down first. So let's get the road cargo station. Probably something like this. The road cargo station has access on both sides? No, it does not. So probably something like this right over here. Or something like this instead. Yeah, I think that's better. That's going to give us a little bit more room. Okay, so let's do that. We will go ahead and link this up. That's good. That's good. Now we need the silos. Let's quickly suspend the construction here so we can get that working. These aren't connecting to any other facilities, right? No, they're not. Now let's get the grain silos. So I'm wondering, probably give ourselves a little bit of room. We'll move it over there somewhere. Then we'll try and do... We do that. And we do this. Okay, and then finally we'll do that one over there. So the only issue I have now is to try and get this thing to tie in, and it ties in without too much of a problem. There we go. So now we've got a proper decent facility over here. Now we can go ahead and place the agro farm and just suspend construction. Not that I think construction will start over here. It's a little bit far away. But let's just make sure we are suspending all of this construction. I haven't suspended these connections. We'll see. We'll have to see. But I don't think they will get constructed. We're too far away. We'll have to kind of manually assign. Okay, now back to the food industry. Let's see about getting our next pieces in place here. So the agro farm is one that I'm quite keen on placing. And we can place it over here. We don't need that connecting to anything. So yeah, absolutely. This looks brilliant. We'll just get that connected straight through here. The one thing that I'm kind of wondering about is if I connect a silo onto a silo, does that actually, can the whole thing follow through? Probably not. Let's suspend that construction. And then the other piece that we definitely need over here is distribution offices, but also we need one of these gas stations. But we might be able to get away with like a farm gas station or something like that. I think this area right here is probably good enough. Well, there's a lot of vehicles that could be coming through here. Yeah, I don't know. That basic one is going to be just fine, I think. We need to remember to bring in some power over here, but these buildings are pretty low power users altogether. Okay, so there we'll have that going on, and then there's plenty of room for distribution offices. And the other thing is we probably need technical services somewhere over here. There's a building on fire. Let's just see where that is at. It's the hospital in Morgan Valley. That should be taken care of, no problem. Let's get technical services assigned somewhere like this. Oh man, it's like we planned this. I like technical services for technical services over there. Let's just suspend construction on that. Let's suspend construction on this one. And then there's room for some distribution facilities and offices over here. I'll now switch off the wireframe because we're no longer using that. Let's get distribution offices in here. Medium distribution offices, as many as we kind of can. So what I'll do is I'm going to place, well, we'll give it a little bit of room. We'll get 2 distribution offices in here. How about that, guys? How about that for our new farm layout? That is pretty central, all of this stuff. Pretty central in terms of distances that needs to be traveled over here. And we don't need bus stations over here. This thing is going to be completely running its own show over there. So that's our expansion over here, our continuation of what's going on in this area. So we finished building that. I need us to get a couple more harvesters potentially. And these vehicles, we probably need more vehicles to be loaded over here. So are we now back to producing food? We are now back to producing food at a large rate, actually. How are these things looking? Excellent, they're coming in. Okay, I want to just keep an eye on that for a second. How long do these are done, right? So they need to be harvested. It's interesting that they need to be harvested at the same time. I'm going to buy more harvesters. So let's buy at least 6 more, I think, or at least two or 3 more. Let's get 3 more harvesters at least. These guys are like speed 30. 1, 2, 2. Come on, 1, 2, 3. We need covered hulls and not open hulls over there. So I'll just have to get them to drive up this direction. Let's get our tractors. We'll just move our tractors across the road over here. We'll move 3 of our tractors across the road. Then we'll rebase these guys, these harvesters, to our agro farm. I want to really check. I'm wondering, is there a way we can actually get the statistics? I'm going to have a look to see if we can get the statistics at all. We need more covered hulls, the ones that carry as much as possible. These don't carry. Yeah, so we've got 8 tons and 10 tons. We'll grab more of the 10-ton ones. Let's grab 4 more of the 10-ton variety. Covered hulls, 10 tons. Yeah, that's the one. 2, 3, 4. LZ100 seems to be a good one. Move them over here so that we can continue to move more crops, because I think our crop situation is a bit of an issue. I think a lot of the crops actually get left on the fields. That's what I'm worried about. We could potentially do another depot on the other side too. Lots of crops over here. Yeah, lots of crops needs to be picked up. So we need way more. These haven't been harvested yet. These guys, 80 tons, 80 tons, 80 tons. Yeah, lots of crops needs to be moved. That's like 8 trips per truck. Okay, with all the action going on over here, I'm not gonna do the further upgrades at the moment. We're gonna, as we kind of get into winter, we'll do the upgrades of these sections, road sections. But we are filling this up pretty well, and we are getting more food now. I am so happy about the whole food situation coming in. Okay, let's quickly move on over. We're up to 2 million, so we're really making good money now. And that must be because we are exporting. Yes, we are in fact exporting mechanical components, and we're still producing a lot of steel. So that's looking really good. How's our rail construction going? I believe we might have stopped. Oh, guys, stuck. Okay, let's this is a problem. I really need to get better at this. What is the it's this railroad section. So let's cancel that one so this guy can go through, and then we'll start constructing it again. We'll need to assign it again also, obviously. How many places can you get stuck really? Oh, this needs to be okay, fine. So what this needs to be, this will place a chain signal over here. Where's my chain signals? Chain signal over there and chain signal over there, so that they wait here for anything else that needs to happen. Yeah, I think that'll be good. Waiting over there for these guys to come out through this way. That's going to be just fine. Okay, now I'm just double checking. I think now we've got some pieces that's not actually under construction. So let's go in here and get that assigned. Oh, can't connect there. Is this not assigned? This one is assigned, so that's okay. That one will be built. Now, we don't have these assigned. Let's just auto search things a little bit, go bigger. Can we see that is actually working? This is assigned. This one can now be assigned and is now assigned. That one can still not be assigned. Okay, good. Let's see over here. This is still under construction. Okay, it's little pieces, little by little pieces are being done here. Okay, this is working a little bit better now. Okay, good stuff. I think that's working much better. Okay, it's going to be a little slower, but at least they shouldn't get stuck in these areas. That's a chain signal. That's good. There we go. Excellent. That is looking much better. That is looking much better. Oh, over 2 million now. Okay, our money is awesome. Money is awesome. Kindergarten over here filled up. Lots of people. Now we shouldn't have too many problems. So this is currently without power. Okay, hang on. What's going on with the power? Shouldn't be a problem unless we are not generating power over here. Yep, we're not generating. Coal is missing? Oh my goodness. Problems. Come on. Buildings without power. Okay, well, so it doesn't even matter that we don't have people there. Okay, we need to stop exporting and let's import a little bit just so that we jumpstart everything. Okay, everything is being jump-started now. Workers are arriving over here. Very limited workers though. And are you producing power now? Okay, I need to be very careful of what's going on over here. You run out of power so quickly. I don't think we need to export power anymore. Since in our last calculation, it was a bit of an issue anyway. I think we're going to cease the export of power so that we can produce our own and use our own power. We've got better exports now. So let's just stop the import as well. And then I believe everything should now be running. What's going on over here? Wow. We're using it as quickly as we're making it? Really? How much can a power plant use? 24 tons. We are producing more than that, aren't we? Oh, maybe we're just about producing 24 tons. So we just need more people to come out over here. There are a few buses coming in. Are they coming in empty or what's the situation here? Let's quickly click on that. 26 workers. They're not empty, but they're not full. Okay, more workers going everywhere. Okay, there we go. A bit of a buffer is starting to develop over here. Excellent, excellent. Consuming, producing workers. We've got the coal here. Nice, that's good. This is fully stored on coal. Okay, perfect. Okay, good stuff. There we go. That's it. We just needed to fill up the buffer. Okay, fine. That is good. Now, no more exports of that nature power. We've got our 3 harvesters that's arrived over here. How much? Okay, so we still have a lot of stuff coming up over here. We've got all of these guys working hard to fill up crops here. Yeah, now it's the 6 that we're using over there, so our new 3 is not doing anything at the moment. I'm hoping we're not running out of fuel. No, we're not running out of fuel. Let's quickly do a check of the fuel on the other side here, though. Ah, good fuel numbers over here. Good fuel numbers. I do, however, need to give another round of tree planting. Get another round of tree planting going on, so that we can continue to produce planks. And someone seemed to mention to me that I should actually get more loggers in here, because they're much more effective than the open holes that we're running. So that is something that I will maybe look into. But I don't think we've got any shortages of this, and we don't really make money by exporting that, so maybe we're just okay. Let's have a quick look to see what our birth to death rate is. Okay, population is growing. Lots of stuff still needs to be collected. Are you popping in here to collect it? At least they load pretty quickly. Okay, so it's just the number of loads that needs to actually run through. And this one should be loaded pretty full. And I want that one fully loaded as well. Excellent, all of that is actually working. We don't have anybody producing meat yet, but they should have access to crops. They just don't have any workers. Okay, so that should be built. Why is this not built yet? Can we just suspend construction? We go construction again. And what I'll do is let's clear out all of these guys. And I'll just do that. So no one is actually working there now. So let's get... What do we need? We just need steel. So let's get MV's guys to come in and finish this off. We'll just get those 2 to come back, reassign it, and hopefully now they will come and actually just finish that off, so that we can get workers to stop on this side also. On this side of town. I'm liking it. We're doing a decent job, but yeah, there's still a lot of crops out there that needs to be collected. But we should do okay. I mean, it's like four trips each still left here. And then they need to also start collecting on the other side there. Are they picking up here at the same time? They are. I do want to check how much we can actually produce and fill these up to. They're filling up equally, which is exactly what I would like to see there. This is filling up nicely too. Where are these guys going? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just add a few of these fields to them also. Go and help out the collection over there. If you're not working, go and help out the collection. Are you... Oh, you're actually moving alcohol. Not sure that's as important. But we are now loading from the fields as well. Let's pick up a few more fields over there. So just help loading on the fields. Get extra vehicles to load. That's the idea. I'm liking our new layout. I think this layout over here will work quite well. I really want us to start looking at the chemicals, but in order for us to do that, I also need to start planning out our rail connection to that side. Why don't I ever see our rail vehicles? I'm always worried they're stuck. Okay, no, they're driving. They are driving. That's good. I don't know. I don't mind them waiting a little bit for blocks and stuff to clear. Oh, and that's the one over there. Excellent. Very good. Get in over there. It's taking ages to get this built though. It's taking ages to get this built. Other stuff is really quick to build. This is taking ages. We should be okay now with everything. Participate in sport and culture and without jobs. Yeah, jobs I know is a bit of a problem. But maybe what we'll do is we'll get another gym. These aren't getting any use. But I thought they'd look nice over there. Okay, so let's get another gym somewhere over here. So that we make sure that we meet all of their demands. So this is gonna, what is it, sports fields or what do they call it? Sports playgrounds. There we go. Sports playgrounds. A bowling alley maybe? Maybe just a little bit different, right? But I mean, I'm not checking necessarily the power usage on some of these things. 3 megawatts is not bad. That's like 0.05. So it's a really low power usages on these things. But we do, I do need to keep up to date with my spreadsheets, and that's a process that I'm not fully on board with yet on how that works. Okay, these guys actually only need that kind of connection. I'm kind of tempted to do this. Yeah, let's go ahead and place that right over there. So another sports gym thing in this specific area here, and then what we'll do is do a little something like that, and then we'll twist it around to become straight over here. Nice. And then what we'll do is we'll do that, we'll do this. Maybe after that's built, I think that's going to be fine. Yeah, that's good. It's a good little path that we got over there. Let's commission that so that everything starts getting built over here. Okay, we're almost up to this point. This construction is going really quickly. We're almost up here. We're almost up here. It's going to be, hopefully be very soon, then we'll get there. These sections are being constructed. No! Crap. That was an issue. Shouldn't have come in there. Keep doing that. Keep doing that. This needs to be one ways already because we finished them. They need to become one ways. That's the thing. That is in fact the thing. Okay, so for this one, I'll just have to cancel this and restart it again so that we get that one to disappear. Then we'll grab our chain signals and actually our signals, and we'll just make sure that they are working in that fashion. And now, actually now the chain needs to come in here, I think. So now let's move the chain forward to this one, so that they don't rush into any of these that they can't actually go into, and then block them up there. Yeah, I think that's going to be just fine. Chain is over there. The chain's going to be good there. Are these full? Not yet. Not yet. And our birth rate. Let's do another check of that. It's okay. It's okay, and our population is growing. Let's quickly look around. Medical wise, we're okay. 80%, a little bit under 80 over here. So I'm a little worried about that, but hopefully we can kind of sort that out soon. Food, we've got food. Excellent. Happiness, very happy. The others don't really matter that much. Culture is about 80%, which is okay. Sports is up to about 90, which is really good. And then our food, clothing is also up to about 90, which is fine. That is just good over here. So this area is looking pretty good. Oh, and I almost forgot about it again. We're going to go, as a final thing, we're going to go city halls. Is there a standard one? Was there a standard one? I can really not know if there was a standard one. Deletion monetary station, city hall accounting. So it's this thing. Yeah, I'll build one. I'll build one, and it feels like this one needs to be over in this area, but I do wanted to do this more of a park kind of thing. Actually, maybe right up here is quite good, and it's got a view of the river over there. Actually, I do like that. That's pretty good. I'm not checking the power again. I know that. Okay, I'm putting the accounting office right over there. Perfect. Thanks, everybody. You can build that. Then I'll get a modded one for Morgan Valley. So we'll get a modded one. City Hall, a small town hall. A small town hall only. And this area over here is exactly the right spot for it. Can we? I can't squeeze it in there though. Now, well, at the very least, I need to clean up some of this a little bit. Yeah, well, we don't need all of these connections to work. Okay, clean up all of that, and over there. Nice. Probably I can build something that's a little cleaner over here on this side. Let's see about tying this one in there. Like that. So please start work on that. At the same time, I'll slowly start to remove some of these sections. That we've been... Oh, crap. Well, now I can just as well go and delete the entire section. Okay. Well, now they'll have to go around. So, town hall over here. I think that's the idea. That's the general idea. Let's go back into the mod. We'll grab town hall. And what I'll do is I'll link town hall up in this specific area here, and then I'll delete those specific parts once this one is built. Okay, town hall over there. We can start the construction of that. Okay, going back to our fields here. How are they going? There's another fire. Where is this? MV coal power plant 2. Oh crap! Fire truck is on the way. Where is the closest fire truck? Okay, here they come. Where are they parked though? Where's fire trucks? Up here. Well, but anyway, fire trucks are on the way, and that's all that matters. Still have 40 tons of stuff needing to be collected over here. So it's like they've never come back for another round of pickups. 40 tons, 40 tons, 40 tons. I'm worried. Field requires mechanisms. We've almost done the harvest, right? The harvest is almost done, and there's lots of trucks that's needing to come and collect as much as possible. Just checking our numbers, so we don't storage. There doesn't need to remain anything in the field, and our drop off is up to 90%, right? Which are these? And this one? Why are we dropping? We should not be dropping stuff. Oh, yeah, okay. Definitely get rid of that. I don't want that one to be going all the way over there. Okay, this has been built. Okay, now let's grab this. What is that one called? Soft cost food workers. So let's get that line. Soft cost food workers. And what we'll do is we'll just add an extra stop over here. So after that stop, you go over there, and we're going to unload our workers. That's fine. Thank you very much. What I also think we should do is we should probably buy yet another. Well, they go in there, down there. That's fine. Then they'll start. Ooh, we don't have walkways built here. There's a couple that still needs to be built. Okay, so let's assign this MV construction workers, equipment, and asphalt and gravel. Thank you, over there. And again, with the other path that we have here, let's assign MV construction workers, MV equipment, and MV asphalt and gravel. Excellent, assigned over there. So hopefully they will get those built. The little section here that still needs to be gravelled. Everything else is looking okay. Once we've cleared all of this, then we can certainly go and upgrade the remainder of the roads here. Okay guys, I think that is going to be enough for today's episode. We've planned our expansion of our fields. We've kind of earmarked an area for chemical production, and I'm pretty keen to get going on chemical production soon. We have made a fair bit of progress, not as much as I would have liked to see with our rail. And we've probably had vehicles parked where they shouldn't have been parked for quite a while. Is this under construction? That is under construction. Excellent. So this is almost done through here. That's good. Ooh. Yeah, get through there fairly quickly so that we don't have to deal with this too much more. This guy's waiting because where? Where does it want to go? Let me just see where this is at. So you should be able to get in there. No problems. I don't know why. That's a change signal, right? Let's just double check that as a change signal. It is in fact a change signal. So why? You wanted to come up here though. Should have been fine. As soon as you're through there. Oh, you know what? It was blocking the... We needed an extra. That's what the issue was here. It was in fact blocking it. Let's get another signal over here. It'll help things out a little bit. Yeah, it was blocking the actual block. So let's get another signal just over here. So then these should work fine now. So now they should be able to get through there fairly easily. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. I keep getting distracted with all kinds of little things that need some action. But yes, I will see you in the next episode. We are making good money. If you have some comments, as per usual, please do leave them in the comments down below, or join us on the Discord. And I will see you next time. Bye bye.